Greetings, one and all, and welcome back to Stonehearth with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to our little village of Scorched Spring. In today's episode, we are going to be doing two things. First of all, we are finally going to make ourselves a cook, because it turns out that the cooks can actually farm, and I simply didn't know that. And also, we will be building either the Craftsman's Terrace, finally giving somewhere for people to work near the storage, rather than working on the outside, or we are going to be working on our village, giving people somewhere to sleep rather than sleeping on the outside, which I think would be a much higher priority, but I don't really know which one we will be going for. But first of all, let's start renaming all of our people, starting with you. Okay, so the first fellow, who is now our farmer, is called Robert, after a viewer who has been viewing the channel for quite some time. The second new fellow is going to be called Wolverine, for very obvious reasons when you look at his face. And then we have one more person. Is that all we have left? I think it is. So, let me have a quick look at the comments and decide on a name for her as well. Sadly, there were no names yet for this particular lass, so if you want to name her, then please in the comments below name her. But please also bear in mind that if you include the name of the character you want to rename, it makes it so much easier for me to find it. If you don't include it, there is a very good chance I will simply miss it, because these episodes are getting 400 plus comments on the first day every time, so it does make it very difficult for me to find specific comments sometimes. So please include her name, or any name of any character we get from now on. And with that, I've just remembered I've already made ourselves a cook. So, Mr. Forever Alone, because you weren't named the first time, let's make ourselves a stone cauldron and a stone mill grinder. And because we already have this up, I would also like you to start maintaining some lovely sheep food. Let's have more than one. There we are. Let's have 10. And then we also want some lovely chicken food. Where are we? We don't need the rabbit feed, but we do need this. Maintain 10 as well. But this requires some corn, so I will go ahead and do that. Ooh, that's cool. We can also do this. And we can start making fried eggs. Yes, please. Maintain 10 of those as well after you maintain all of the pet food. Do we want to make cornmeal? No, but we do want to make flour when we can. So, can we actually farm corn? That is a very good question. Let's remove this. There we are. And can we put down some corn instead? Yes, we can. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and do that for all of these. All of these will be corn, and then I'll be right back for the next step, hopefully placing down all of the cook's items. The corn is now all down, and with that, we can start placing down the cook's items, or at least I hope I can. There we are. Fantastic. And they are simply going to go into here. With that, and with that. There we are, everything's working out for the best, and most of these trees have now been cut down, so just finish off the rest up here, so we have this space to work with. In fact, I will also do the same over yonder. Now, in the comment section of the previous episode, there was one specific comment which was very, very highly thumbed up, and I completely agree with it. Having one tree somewhere in the middle of the village, simply called the World Tree. Having it completely there, fenced off for all eternity, possibly with some benches around it or some bird baths trying to make it look nice. And I think that should go here. So as soon as I move all of this, I will be planting a tree which will be there permanently. So thank you very much to the fellow who commented that. You know who you are. So let's wait till daytime and continue on. We're getting very close now to our first part of this quest. Ah, what a shame, we don't quite have enough food for the next person, but at least the food is going up. I still kind of want another farmer, but now we have all of this set up over here, they should be quite efficient, so as time goes on, we should get more food more efficiently. I think. Maybe. So what are we going to do today? Today, I think we are going to build a house. Not a particularly grand house, but a house we can keep on building. But before we do that, let's remove this section over here, which will, of course, get someone trapped up there so that we can mine all the way down. So we have this segment to start building the very first houses. The more clustered everything is to start off with, the easier it will be. Hello, Scorch Spring! If we make him 5 Farmer's Hoe, he will get us 3 comfy beds. No, honestly. Just no, that seems too much effort for too little reward. There we are. You hear Goblin war horns! At last we come to great place of shinies. Go forth, my minions, go forth for Ogo Skullbonker's glory. Oh, yeah, Bugger and Blast. I forgot about that. Well, someone put down Mountain's wind chime, please. I wonder where he spawned in. Well, that's just a generic enemy section over there. Take all the things, yeah, we know, but where? Hopefully we can put down that chime before anything bad happens. Oh! That is terrifying! Someone put down the sodding wind chime! Thank you! Guys, move there, now! For last time, the wind chime just worked. There we go. Mountain, why you stop fighting? Ogo, can you no hear the chimes? Like old memory. Oh my god, look how many enemies there are. Me no want to fight anymore. Mountain, ridiculous. This is war for shinies. Forward! No, me no want to fight. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. Bye. We good? You all going away? Looks like you might be going away. Is that true? Yes, okay. What was the gift Mountain gave us? Oh. Thank you. Thank you, Mountain. Oh, I completely forgot about that. I also forgot I had a little staircase here, otherwise I would have placed that over there. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. I thought we were literally going to lose the game there. The end of the series. I missed a single tree. Other enemies, guys, cleric, soldiers, kill. Ooh, yeah, speaking of which, I have decided to do something. Who was the person? You. Wolverine here is going to be an archer. Clink. Because I forgot that the body stat actually increases how much damage you do, and I'm not sure if that works with archers, but it definitely increases how much damage you do, which means they will make an incredibly powerful archer if it actually works like that. And in fact, our carpenter can already make archer's bows and the more expensive, amazing variant for when they level up. So that is pretty darn fantastic indeed. And since we have so many logs at the moment, why don't we make some stuff which will go around the world tree? Around. Flowers would be nice. Flowers are pretty. Benches are pretty. Oh, a trader's market thing would be pretty. Okay, yeah, you make that. Everyone else, carry on what you're doing. I would say that we do probably need a new farmer, however, especially since the cook no longer has the bonuses which the farmers have. At least that's what people have been telling me, because if he did have the bonuses, he would already have the speed up activated, but since he doesn't, it means that all of these job abilities from farming he no longer has, which means these are far better farmers than he is. He can just help out when he has nothing else to do. So, who should be the new farmer? You would have made a half-decent soldier, actually. So, Dora, eventually you will be a soldier. Unnamed person, you will be our new farmer. Okay, so the first few houses are going to go along here next to the road, purely because it's really easy to kind of map out sizes when you have such a limited space to build with. This means we can then just copy and paste that design all the way along the road until we get to here, because this is just too wide a space to simply build houses, unless we connect these two road segments together and have a bit of a cul-de-sac maybe? A little end section here, I'm not too sure, but for now, we'll just build here. So, this section here will be the next house, and how should we have it? How about if we go out a little bit like this, and then have the doorway inside here, and then have this like a hallway to get inside? That seems reasonable. That seems reasonable to me. I'm going to go with the same scheme as everything else. As much as I did want to build with clay, this just seems an easier alternative. Building with wood just looks nice by default, so it's really not too much effort. Do I want to separate these two rooms, or should I just keep it open plan? I think we should separate it. I do think we should separate it, so let's just do this. Because placing down slabs makes it way easier to figure out how we're going to do this. Like so. We don't need a door in the way, because I feel like that'll just make everything a little bit too claustrophobic. And there we are. So we have the main room, then the hallway. Let's put down a door for the hallway then. There we are, with some lovely red brick. Should I make it so the outside as well is the darker brick, or should I just keep it plain like that? We won't be able to see inside, so it won't be such an obvious contrast, because when you're looking from the inside, it'll be a bit more natural, so that'll be fine. I think we should have a window here to bring some light into that room, and then... should I have two here or not? And, should I build a bedroom? Should I go all out and build a little bedroom on the side? Maybe I should. That's a double bed, guys, okay? That's totally a double bed for a couple. This, on the other hand, I will build out of wood. So let's go with the darker wood. But not there. How about, like, here? Like that. That is a really claustrophobic bedroom, gotta be honest. Wouldn't want to be there myself. Well, for once, I've decided to do a custom roof. The reason being, I really like the idea of windows like this. Windows which have been built into the roofing segment itself. However, if you go ahead and put down the automatic roof, you can't really edit it. Once you've placed it, that's all you can do. It doesn't seem like tampering with it is really allowed. Now, I'm not entirely happy with how this has turned out, but for a first try, I am reasonably pleased with myself. Ultimately, it looks like what I was thinking about, just it doesn't quite work on such a small building. If it had 2 floors, which just wouldn't fit in with the village, I think it would look a lot better because it would be less large for the size of the building. The ratio wouldn't be quite as odd. But, as it stands, I do like it, so I think I will be keeping it, although I'm not certain if people will be happy about that, or a little bit on the, it doesn't look very good side. So I'm hoping people like it more than they dislike it, and as such, it does mean the top section here can be a little bedroom space, which means the bottom section can go ahead and be everything else. So let's just shove in there for now a dining table and 2 chairs. So we have a dining table, a little bit of hidden storage, we have the beds. That is pretty much all you could really want from a house, and it looks okay. The more I look at it, the more I do like it. I think it's going to be a issue a bit like the granary. Some people really did seem to like that, so thank you to the people who did, and other people were a little bit on the fence about it, not overly happy with it. A bit like me. I do like it, but I do see problems. Very similar to this house, but I think when there's going to be a lot of them, especially looking from the top, it looks interesting. It looks a little bit different when all we've seen is that type of roof. So, with all of my explanation out of the way, yep, finished editing, build, and all of these will of course be put automatically into the crafting logs, start building, and we will save that as basic house smiley happy face. Good. Build! There we are, much better. We have got loads of food from yesterday. So, a new person has joined us, and someone also leveled up. There we are. Hello, sir. What a fantastic hairdo and mutton chops you have. So, you are very high in body, but pretty poor in everything else, you will most likely stay a worker for the rest of your life. And yes, this is a new person you can name. Once again, please remember to put the name of the person you're naming in your comment somewhere, just to make sure I can search it nice and easily. Over here is doing much better now we have the 3 dedicated farmers in addition to the cook. We're just waiting for our corn to be finished, then we can finally feed our chickens. I feel a little bit mean, honestly, how long it's been since we fed them. I am also considering now moving all of these down here. Yeah, I think we really should, especially since every one of these plots, since we've done them in the more efficient way, counts for about 2 of these. So we could very easily, especially now they've just been removed, we can remove the carrot and remove the carrot, and then these 2 here, or at least just one of them, can be converted for the same effectiveness. And you, I will purchase those because I keep on running out of them, and you can very happily take some of the junk I have. So here's some of that. Here's some vases, and anything else I find I will give you as well. Remove you, and this is the only problem. When it comes to the silkweed, I'm not sure where I want to grow that. Growing it somewhere near the crafter's terrace would be more efficient for the crafters. However, growing it over here would make it easier for the farmers. But actually saying that, the farmers would have to come over here anyway, so it really isn't too much of an issue either way. I think what we're going to do is the silkweed. Ooh, what we could do is perhaps plant the silkweed around the tree. So it's farmed, but it looks like it's just part of the ornament. So that's what we'll do. For now, though, we will remove that, and very sadly, considering that's almost finished, we'll also remove that. We will change one of these over to food as well, so remove you and start putting these down. And then we will plant the world tree. I've just also thought we never really gave any instructions for food for our halflings other than the fried eggs, did we? So what can we make? We can make vegetable stew. That seems like a completely reasonable thing to keep on making once everything else is made. We can make omelettes, which is kind of awesome as well, and in fact much cooler than the stew, so move that to there. In fact, we'll put that above the eggs as well, and we can also make meat stew eventually. Sure, don't really care about it too much, but just put it down there. 100 seems like a lot, but they very rapidly stack up, so really we will have a lot of this. And we can even make flour very soon, which means we can start making bread. There is a lot of stuff we can currently make, so I think for that, I'll maintain that as 10. I'll have that above all of that, and then we will have the bread above that. So every time we make wheat, we make bread, and that will make a feedback loop. Okay, everything's good, we just need him to level up a bit, and all of that is fantastic. You may now carry on, good sirs. I am really worried about how this is going to get built. A completely custom building. Come on, Wolverine, level up. Oh, so close. The next fight, and we can turn Wolverine into the ultimate archer. Muscle. Increases weapon damage by 1. So I assume that also does work for archers, which will make him really, really powerful. It's feeding time. Well, that's been removed, fantastic. So where shall the world tree go? I think it should simply go where the fire pit is currently. So let's move the fire pit over to here. Oh, hello! Well done, little town. You survive another night. Ogo, his mountain, and his soothsayer are disappeared. Yes, disappeared from the earth. But you remain. Do you celebrate? Yes! To the great come the challenges of the great. Power seeks power. To defeat power is to invite the attention of more power. My Khan has seen many years. He is ill. When his star falls, his men will look to the wilds to grow their honor. Ogo's owners will pass to you, and they will come. Ogo's what? Cast the bones, Ogo's soothsayer did, over the cradle of this land. Would you hear his words? Sure. Oh, heroes come and heroes go, but forever's found in the campfire's glow. of lumber born and south star driven, grew nest of hope in mountains riven. The wink of the gem in the monkey's paw, the rebirth of the star, the gods foresaw. Who can say, my people believe? Well, it does not matter now. The cycles of the gods are not for the everyday considerations of men, lizard men, monkeys, folk, or otherwise. Look to your tomorrow, little town, and prosper. Thanks! My Khan calls me home. Farewell, little town. To every equal, another day dawns. Goodbye. Good, that was informative. What on earth was I just repeating? I feel like I've summoned a great demon into this world. I'm not completely negative about that, honestly. There does need to be more demons here. Camp standard, you can also move. I honestly thought they were the same item. I thought they were both connected, but apparently not. I can't wait until I can move these beds away, but for now we will move them just over here so I can figure out what I'm doing. There we are. Now it's symmetrical with that gap in the middle. A new day dawns and already we have a new person. Hello there. And you are pretty mediocre in most respects, and thus you will probably stay a worker for all life. And once again, a new person for you lovely fellows and fellowettes to name. Fellow and fellowettes. The whole Sir and Sirette thing is starting to affect my standard speech, apparently. So there we are, we have a new person. Once again, please put his name into your comment if you are choosing to name him. And so, by the looks of things, we can start planting the tree. Now, the one bad thing with this is until it's fully grown, I don't really know how big this is going to be, because it will get bigger than when we plant it. So, let's put it here. And we'll designate this section eventually into a park with the silkweed in the middle pretending to be flowers. Maybe put it a bit further out this way though, so it kind of extends. It looks like it's overlooking the rest of the place. Maybe, or perhaps just going here would be better. Yeah, okay, for now we'll put it there, because we will also put some roads down here, so being a little bit offset would make more sense. So plant that there, let it grow. It'll take a while to grow, though. A trader, hello there. 6 bird baths and he'll give me 2 gold ingots. That I will actually accept, because that is a massive growth in terms of cash. At least I think it is. The gold is worth a fair margin. We are almost out of stone, which means we need to start mining again. This looks really weird, but we are kind of hollowing out this entire section. Need to be a bit careful, because we are going into this territory, so let's make sure we go away from that as much as possible. There we are. Have to start mining down soon, which of course causes a little bit more lag than just mining on a straight line. There we are, the tree is there, it will start to grow. Oh, please be able to build this okay, guys. I believe in all of you. I really do. Kind of. Belief is a weird thing. I sort of believe in you, how's that? Oh, finally feeding the chickens. There we are, at long last. That is some very happy chickens. Oh, look at the little cube. Look at the happy little... Oh, who's a little rectangular cuboid? How is that so cute? You can count how many cubes it's made of. It's just a series of cubes attached to each other. But look at it. Oh. You're my favourite little chicken. Stop being hungry, you have food. There we are. Really, that fed all of you except for 2? Apparently that food goes a long way. It's just now came to my attention, we have a lot of wood in stock, which means we can finally go ahead and start making all of this lovely, lovely stuff at the blacksmith. So here we are. We can make some bronze very soon as we smelt the tin. Then we can make some iron, because we have loads in stock already. We have steel, which of course we'll use the iron for. And then once we've got 10 steel, we'll start making iron again, so we'll have that in stock. We have silver we can maintain. Of course we need to level up our blacksmith to do this, but once we have some of these, we can start making some more armor and stuff like that. We can also very soon make the knight's shield, so we can have a knight and an archer. So already our military is looking pretty good. At least very soon it will be. We also have things like this, the bronze breastplate, but for now, let's just allow him to do some smithing. Now, who was our blacksmith? Ah, it's you. Okay, then. Go forth, my Swedish fellow, make us some delicious metal. I've just thought of something. Because the blacksmith can eventually be upgraded into an engineer, which of course can make turrets, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to have to do to this fellow. A brand new day, and our building is almost complete, and we have yet another person. We are a very rich village, it seems. Hello there, sir, Mr. Mohawk. How are you doing, and what are your stats like? You are, again, pretty average. You'd make an okay cleric/herbalist, and so that will probably be what you will be. And again, if you want to name it, please leave the name in the comment. I'm going to say that a lot, and some people will still forget. I guarantee it. That is so much scaffolding. Like, every single piece of slab you're putting down, you are building scaffolding for. That is so wasteful. Oh, my door's broke. Well, almost broke. Why did he even attack that? There was no one inside. Did he want to plunder our supplies? Also, look at how much wood we have left to collect. And no, it isn't a matter of me not collecting it. It's currently on auto-collect. It's in the options. It's just building is far more important. Which I agree with. I agree with. An orcish war chief approaches your town. You there! They told me of you. She said you defeated Ogo Skullbonker. Yes! The Red Kiln believes that advancement can only come from conflict between equals. Khan is no longer, and where one falls, those stronger and more cunning will rise. Now that I am here, I see that you are not yet worthy to face us. Okay, so it's the usual. We have to go and make a gong. We place the gong. The enemies come and try to kill us. So, with our mega quest, how far are we in terms of the mega quest? In terms of making some of the stuff for the mega quest? We don't even have a herbalist, so the herbalism one, miles away. Is it herbalist or an alchemist? Regardless, I don't think we even have one at the moment. So who is the highest in mind? And decent spirit. Okay then, you there, you are going to be a herbalist. Because we need to make the heavy bandage. Now, when it comes to our potter, how far off we... Oh, we can actually make that as soon as we've got level 4. So, as long as we can keep on making him make things, which we can. Ooh, we need more clay though, so put that at the bottom. We need some more clay, and then we can try and level him up. He's currently level 3, we need to be level 4, so we've almost got the vase. We do have the bed. We do have the tapestry, so all we need are those two. We've almost got that. We are miles off getting the bandage, because we need to be level 4 to do that. So, make loads more potions. Just keep on making them constantly, please. That'll be fantastic. So close. It's about time we force Wolverine to level up. He's already got to level 3, so now we just need to kill off these mobs and move on, and then we can turn him into an archer. And wow, we are taking a beating here. We definitely also need a knight. That's the problem. Wolverine would actually make a fantastic knight because of how much health he has, but I would much rather have a high damaging archer. Level 6 Cleric, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Cleric Lord. Bask in the power of midichlorians. Hello, Necromancer. Get closer, thank you. There we are, fantastic. And now, Mr. Wolverine, it's time for you to level up. Actually, no, you would make a terrible knight. I forgot you have 1 spirit. Go and be an archer, please. What would be good is having 2 archers and 1 knight. Cora, you can be the knight. The golden knight, though. How can I not make the golden knight a knight? Seriously, that's just silly. Okay, you will be a knight when I can make you into a knight. Cora, you are going to arrow bend. Yes. And you'll be an archer as well, since I've already made at least 2 bows. Oh, there's Wolverine. Now as an archer. Going back to where I just ordered him to go to. Let's cancel that. There we are. The cook is now level 2. and everything is nice and orderly. It's very dark. So we have 2 archers, 1 footman, and 1 cleric. Okay, 2 DPS. No, 3 DPS and 1 healer. Yeah, we definitely do need a tank. Oh! Is it done? I think it's done, and I think it needs more texture. It seems to stick out a little bit too much. Maybe if we made it... Maybe if we made it hang a bit more forwards to kind of counter the fact it goes like that, maybe that would have worked out better. I do like it. I definitely like it, especially when looking like that, but I think we can do better in the future, and since we can remove buildings now, we can try later, try to make something better, and then replace it. And we've got a new person! And Mr. T has leveled up. Our new person has a fantastic spirit and will eventually become a cleric. Once again, you know the rules. Put the character's name in your comment. Everything's going well. Everything's going exceedingly well. And because of that, I'm going to put down a new building. Custom buildings, and where's the one I just did? The first fight now with archers, and our poor footman is already running away. So we have 3 archers versus our 2 archers and 1 footman. We really need those slowing arrows once the archers level up a little bit. I also think that perhaps we need a bit more military, because this is a bit lackluster. A bit more military would be very, very good indeed. Okay, so archers. Mr. Wolverine, who is currently merging with the other fellow. Your attributes, yep, that does come from body, so yeah, it is still much stronger if you have a higher body stat. Which makes Wolverine more powerful than Cora, in case you're ever wondering which one of the 2 is more powerful in terms of lore. Apparently that is the answer. I'm happy with... I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I might end up destroying this before the next episode. But for now, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's episode. If you have enjoyed, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stonehearth is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.